Hey guys, thanks for joining me this morning. So today what I'm going to do is go over 3 exercises that are going to recruit all 4 muscles of the rotator cuff. I'm going to go over the parameters of the exercises, how it should feel, how often you should do it, the amount of rest that may be required in between, and the proper technique. I will go through and demonstrate as well as describe each exercise for you. You can tell from the quality of this that videographer is not my day job, so please bear with me as we progress through this. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet, guys. More than likely, to be a candidate for this particular, what I call phase 2 rotator cuff strengthening program, is that you probably have 90 to 100% range of motion on the unaffected shoulder as it compares to the unaffected side. So if your issue is with your right shoulder, your shoulder range of motion should be pretty close to the side that's not affected, or the left side, okay? Or you've gone through maybe a phase 1 program of isometric exercises where there's been a recruitment of the rotator cuff in the absence of any joint motion per se. So this is an upgrade. I would consider this probably a phase 2 or a moderate strengthening program to help strengthen the rotator cuff muscles. And if you guys know, the 4 rotator cuff muscles help hold the shoulder as a ball and socket joint. So it helps hold the ball inside the socket while we're exerting force with overhead activities especially, or the further that you move your hand away from your body, that rotator cuff is involved more and more and more. So let's go ahead and get started. I would suggest starting with 3 pounds or 4 pounds in terms of the resistance. What I'm using today is a 10-pound weight. I wouldn't start with more than that. The first one we're going to focus on, I kind of call it the empty can exercise, because you're holding it down at the level of your hip. Let me adjust my phone a little bit here so you can see the starting position. So it's not out to my side like this, but it's actually more level with my thigh. And I'm coming up to where the weight is level with my shoulder, and then I'm going to lower it to a 3 count to my side. Come back up slow to where my hand is level with my shoulder, and then lower it to a 3 count. Now, I recommend you doing that 8 repetitions and then rest. Now, if you've got some mild burning, wait until the burning completely subsides before you go to the second set of 8 repetitions. The same parameters go for the last set of 8 repetitions. If you've got some discomfort, make sure that that discomfort resolves before you go on to the next set of 8 repetitions. Okay? Now, that targets one of the rotator cuff muscles. The other 2 I'm going to show you are going to be lying down. So I'm going to actually lie on my sofa, okay? So I'm showing you how we're going to recruit another one of the rotator cuff muscles, lying on the edge of the sofa. Your elbow is against your rib cage, okay? It's not way out here, but it's against the rib cage. You're letting gravity and the weight lower until you feel a little bit of a stretch in the shoulder, and then you're going to come up all the way until the weight touches your chest or the left side of your rib cage, or the right side if it's your other side of your shoulder that's affected. Take about 3 seconds to lower it back down to the starting position. Come up again. That's 2 repetitions. Okay? We want the nice L shape in our elbow. There's 3 repetitions, and there's 1, 2, 3 back to the starting. Okay? Now, we've hit 2 of the 4 rotator cuff muscles with those 2 exercises. Last but not least, I'm going to show you, this is going to seem a little bit awkward because I'm going to have my back to you guys. So this is my right shoulder that's affected. I'm going to incorporate the last 2 rotator cuff muscles with 1 exercise. So if it's my right shoulder, I'm going to lie on my left side. My elbow and my upper arm are laying against my rib cage, the weight is resting on the sofa. I'm coming up as far as I can without my elbow coming off of my rib cage, and then I'm lowering it back to the sofa to a 3 count. You can also do these on the floor if you want to. Again, coming up this way, and then lowering for a 3 count back to the sofa. Return to the starting position as far as I can without my elbow coming off my rib cage, and then back down to the sofa. Guys, each one of those exercises, like I said, 3 sets of 8 repetitions. If you have discomfort that lingers for probably more than, say, 5 minutes, that may be a reason to maybe step back down and go through phase 1. And I can send you phase 1 video if necessary. But 3 sets of 8 repetitions on all those exercises, no more frequently than every other day. You need at least 24 hours rest. And if you notice that you have substantial soreness the following day, it's okay to give yourself 48 hours rest. Your muscles will adjust so you get to the point where you can do these every other day. 3 sets of 8 every other day. Start with anywhere from 3 to 8 pounds. When you get to the point where the last couple of reps on the 3rd set are easy and you really don't even hardly feel any muscle tension at all, you can go up 1 or 2 pounds. That's the criteria typically that I use. Guys, I hope the video has been helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.